Okay, we're here with Magadio the Chemist, and this is his interview. Question 1. What inspired you to get into music?
Yeah. What inspired me was like I started when I was about 11 years old, and there was these two kids in middle school and shit, and I kind of looked up to them and stuff like that because they were pretty much known throughout the school. I actually went to school in Germany, so like the elementary school and the middle school, they were kind of together and shit. So, um, yeah, like I saw these two dudes, and they were like real popular in school and shit. So I kind of looked up to them. So that's kind of how I started rapping and shit. Was I saw them,
That's pretty
but
cool.
yeah.
How did you get your stage name?
I actually got my stage name because I read up on this mobster and shit. I was like looking him up on the internet one day, and I came across the name Magadio and shit, and I wanted a name that nobody else would ever steal. You know what I mean? Because cause there's some people you Google their name and shit, and you'll see like fucking like five different dudes with the same fucking name. So I wanted something a little different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked that one. And then the chemist is basically just means that I'm real versatile with my shit. You know what I mean? And I always cook up something different. You know what I'm saying? So
That's interesting.
yeah.
What personal advice would you give those artists that are beginning out in their music career?
To keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like never give up because in this rap game there's a lot of snakes. You know what I'm saying? And you're always gonna come across snakes. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You know, and I see a lot of rappers trying to quit just because they ran into, a few obstacles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've ran into a shit ton of obstacles. I paid countless dollars and charged countless dollars to the game. You know what I'm saying? And I never gave up, and I'm not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice to these other artists that are trying to come up. And like don't, yeah, your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like don't try to copy what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Like on the radio and stuff like that. Do your own thing because that's what keeps you unique.
Well, that's some good advice. Any upcoming shows or events in the works that you are involved in?
Yeah, I got a show on Saturday actually at Epic Bar in San Antonio, Texas.
Cool.
And
Eh,
that's huh?
no, go ahead.
And yeah, that's my show coming up is on Saturday. I'm trying to work on some other things, but that's what I got going on right now.
Any upcoming albums?
Yeah, I got a few of those dropping soon. I got one called Dark Clouds. It's supposed to be an EP, but I think it's gonna end up just turning into an album and shit. It's called Dark Clouds. And it's actually my label is gonna be dropping it. It's gonna be 44 Cal presents Magadio the Chemist and Insane the Most Wicked Dark Clouds, and it's gonna have and the whole album is kind of just telling the darkness and what comes along with the darkness of drugs. You know what I mean? Like, so every song is gonna be about is gonna have something like that in it. So it's gonna be that's the theme for it, and then also got another one dropping, Sleepy Hollow Part 2, The Return of the Headhunter. That's going to be dropping soon, too. and that one's got a lot of artists on it. I'm gonna have Kung Fu Vampire on it, Crooked Eye from Slaughterhouse, Bizarre from D12, and a lot of other dope artists. So that one's gonna be like my biggest album dropping. Gonna drop next year. So.
Excuse me.
That's cool, man.
Well, you know, Desert Land can't wait to get those ones.
Yeah, man.
Where can your fans buy your music or your merchandise?
You could get my music on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and all the main major platforms you could get it on. Sooner or later, it's going to be on Pandora. You know what I'm saying? But that shit, it takes a while to get to Pandora. But yeah, it's going to be on all the major platforms worldwide, so you could cop it on that. I already got 3 albums already on there. I've dropped 6, but 3 of them I actually got on Google Play and iTunes. I still need to get the rest of my albums on there because those were dropped before there was all that streaming shit. So.
Do you write your music based on your experiences you had?
Yeah, some of them, because I do a lot of wicked shit, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my shit's like based on like some horror music aspect, you know what I mean? Like, it's got a lot of horrorcore themes to them, you know what I mean? But I do a lot of songs also that are from my experiences. A lot of them, my experiences in the military. So I got a few songs that I base off of my military experience, and then I got some from my street experience, and then a lot of them are like a horror movie and shit. I like to tell stories.
Well,
I like to create a visual in your head. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know what you mean. And I want to thank you for also serving our country.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Is there anyone that you would like to collab with at this time?
I got a lot. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm working on a collaboration with Lil Infamous. I don't know if you know who that is, but that's Lord Infamous' son from 3-6 Mafia.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I'd like to work with Playboy the Beast and Omega Sin. Omega Sin's from where I'm from, you know what I mean? And Playboy the Beast, I think he's in Denver, but I'd like to work with them.
Here in New Mexico, it could be hard for our local artists to get support from their community. What advice can you give those artists that get discouraged while trying to make a name for themselves?
I just say like keep pushing, just keep going, because sooner or later you're gonna get noticed. You know what I mean? Like even if like your shit, you know what I mean, isn't totally professional. Like as you go, you're gonna learn. You know what I mean? And you're gonna adapt to you're gonna be able to adapt to the game. You know what I'm saying? And then sooner or later you're gonna start getting noticed. Like I'm starting to get noticed, and it took a long time. A lot of it's because of the military, and I had to kind of slow down a little bit because of the military and stuff. And before I joined the military, because I was, you know, getting into a lot of bad shit. But but because I kept pushing and stuff, now I'm starting to get noticed, and people are starting to hear my name, and they're starting to like listen to my music and stuff. So you just gotta. So my advice is just keep going. Like don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep the momentum. Like don't quit.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself as an artist?
How do I describe myself as an artist?
Yeah.
Um, shit. How do I describe myself as an artist? Creative. Like every time I go to any studio, they always tell me that I'm one of the most creative artists that they've ever worked with. So I'd say creative and growing because I kind of, like I don't like to brag about my shit at all. You know what I mean? But um, like I could see myself growing. You know what I'm saying? As an artist.
Okay. So I know this ain't one of our the questions I put that I sent you, but
Yeah.
for Desertland opening the doors for all these artists here in New Mexico and including yourself, how does that make you feel?
For real, like on some real shit, like I love it, dude. Like I really love what y'all are doing, like on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all did a lot of good shit for local artists, and then you're even opening your doors for artists that are not in the state, dude. That's for real. Like much love on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect y'all a lot. Like y'all are one of the only artists that really, artists, one of the only organizations, you know what I mean, that really showed me love. I mean, I got a lot of love from, you know what I mean, like locals, but y'all really helped me out with that shit. You helped me network with some other artists, you know what I mean? Like other artists hit me up because they heard my music on Desertland Radio, and they wanted to network with me because of that. So, for real, like y'all really opened the doors for a lot of local artists, and you're really getting people heard. You know what I mean? So.
Well, Desertland here is to support our local artists 100%, and also artists from outside of New Mexico 100%.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans or anybody on Facebook? Just the last few words before we end this interview.
Shit, yeah. Just to all the artists, you know what I mean? Just keep grinding, keep hustling, keep doing your shit. You know what I mean? And just keep growing as an artist. To my fans, I got some new music on the way. Coming soon, very, very fucking soon. Probably the beginning of December. The beginning of next year. My bad. But yeah, I got some new shit coming. So yeah, 44 Cal Entertainment, AOT.
Well, thank you, Magadio, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this interview. Like I said, it's an honor to play your music, just like everybody else's music on Desertland Radio.
Oh yeah, man.
I just want to thank you. Tanya wants to thank you because she likes all your music. I like it too, but she likes it. She likes it more.
So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll tell her that once she wakes up. But like I said, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule for calling, and I want to thank you again also for serving our country once again. I have my two nephews that actually one of them joined the National Guard, and I
Oh
think
hell yeah.
the other one joined I think the infantry. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's I was infantry.
Yeah, so
Yeah, hell yeah.
he wants
That's
to go
cool.
fight. But like I said, I want to thank you, and you know, go get your rest. I know you're tired, and and,
Yeah, man, it's all good, man. I
and
appreciate it though, man. I appreciate you letting me do it kind of early too. So yeah, man. Much love, Desert Land Radio, man. Real.
all right, my God, thank you guys. Like I said, and stay up and keep sending your music to Desert Land.
Thanks, brother.
You're welcome.
Have a good day, bro.
You too.
All right, man.
All
Bye.
right.